had one hell of a scene with a headbutt, and I was wondering how was that to, really get physical and nitty-gritty with the role?
It was awesome. That probably right now is one of my favorite scenes I've ever shot in my life. It was great. When I read that, you're going to headbutt a girl, I was like, fantastic, where do I sign up? It's going to be great. We did some stunts to where I wouldn't actually headbutt her, which was a little bit of a challenge, but we got it down.
That's really great. What do you feel about the relationship between Terry and her mother? Because it's a really interesting dynamic, and trying to please, but morality issues come into play.
The thing with Terry is that all she needs is the love, and right now she isn't getting it from Roman or her mother, so she's going to act out a little bit. And the dynamic between Terry and her mom is going to get even more crazier as the season finale starts coming up. But yeah, at the end of the day, all Terry needs is love, and Mama Vega is scary. So she does anything she can to make her on her good side, for sure.
Yeah. Are there any, because it's such a big cast, are there any characters that you wish that you could do more scenes with, but maybe it hasn't, so far with what's aired, hasn't been able to get there?
Yeah, I love everyone on the cast. I wish we all could do more scenes together. Since I'm an Atrian and the humans, a lot of the humans, shoot together and the Atrians are separate, but now they're starting to be intertwined. So I wish I shot more with the humans.
Do you find that getting the makeup applied, does that help you to psychologically transform into the character?
Yeah, it's crazy what wardrobe and hair and makeup does to your character in order for you to portray it. And it's crazy. It takes about 45 minutes for hair and makeup, which isn't that long. But we have an amazing hair and makeup team, and once the tattoos are on, it's Terry time.
Yeah. It's an impressive character.
Are you still having fun doing the whole makeup and becoming a different being?
Oh, I love it. I love that I get to play an alien. It's like, I never would have imagined me playing an alien.
Is there anything crazy that you've done as an alien that you never would have thought of doing as a regular person? You're pretty much staying to
headbutting a girl, for sure. I would never have done that. So that was cool. And getting to wear markings on my face all the time is cool.
The character, so often she's just very hard and very just kind of full throttle, very intense. Would you like to see her soften up a little bit, or do you enjoy having her be so intense all the time?
I enjoy her intensity, but as you guys will see coming up, she does soften up a little bit, which is nice to see Terry actually smile. But I do like her intensity. I think she's just very strong and very opinionated and doesn't put up with anyone's poop. So I like that about her a lot.
So what was it that drew you to, maybe this particular role or the project itself? What was it that pulled you in?
For me, I am totally not a badass.
Hey, you guys, how are you?
Great.
Good.
Okay, so now you've joined us. How was it challenging to shoot with a smaller child that I don't know exactly how old he is, but I mean, how was that, different from shooting with maybe the rest of the cast that's not at that age level?
Well, the young boy that played my son when I gave him away, he was 5. He was really professional. He had worked a bunch of times in the business. He was on it, so I didn't have any problems with him. It was the scene in the bathtub where I had this little 2-year-old, and I was shooting that scene myself because it's supposed to look like, it's supposed to look like my phone, essentially. And this little boy was not happy about being in water. He's almost 2, so of course he's having separation anxiety from his mom, and I'm holding him in one hand and the camera in the other, and I'm just going, oh God, please don't let me drown the kid or drop the camera in the water. These are the 2 prayers that I have. It's hard working with kids, and animals apparently are the hardest to work with.
Yeah. Your character, it seems like it's just one secret after the other. Did you have any characters that you drew inspiration from to sort of play that one thing on the outside, a whole other thing on the inside?
No, because most of the time we didn't know what was happening until we got the script, because they were writing as we went along. So you don't have any prep time. You just go, oh, that's what she's been going through? Okay, pretty cool. And action. You know, it was really kind of, what you pull on is your skill and your ability to throw yourself into imaginary circumstances and be believable.
So how was it when you first read the twist that her baby daddy is Knox? Like,
so first I was crazy excited because I was a little sad that when I got hired, Gloria wasn't actually an Atrian. So having a half Atrian baby is the next best thing. Victoria would have personally loved to be an alien, but that's my personal thing because I'm a sci-fi fan as well. But then the other thing was then I really realized she's a good guy because at first I didn't know. It seemed like she actually kind of wasn't a good guy. I was like, this is a woman I think that's going to turn out to be not a good person. And I was like, now I understand why she does the things that she does. And then I felt better about it. I mean, not that it's bad to play a bad guy. I just,
Play a bad guy.
you're a good guy. You're just misunderstood.
I need love. That's what I'm saying. I just need love.
Yeah.
so, go ahead.
So when we were talking to Titus and Brianna, one of the questions was, how do you like the whole interaction with social media and being able to get immediate feedback? Because that's typically something you don't get in television.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
It is exciting. It's awesome. It's cool to see how many people love the show and live tweet with us every Monday. And they send us pictures of them with markings on their face too. It's really cool. It's crazy how social media has blown up.
And it's also the accessibility. I mean, the one thing that we didn't have when I was growing up was, they were very removed. People on TV were people on TV, and that's how you knew them. You saw them on posters or whatever, but essentially there was no other way to have contact with them. Like this, we're actually communicating with people in real time. So it's pretty awesome in that way.
Yeah, so I mean, final thought, how quickly did it take for you guys to realize that you had a huge fandom that was very passionate about the show? Like, first episode?
The first episode.
Really?
Yeah, because we started tweeting. I think, didn't we trend?
We trended
first episode. Which is kind of crazy, So, yeah, we were all of a sudden we were like, wow, this thing that we think is really great, a lot of other people think is really great too. So it's not just we're like biased, it really is great. So that was really exciting. Surprising and exciting.